Those classic wrestling games from the Nintendo 64 era. Thinking of WWF No Mercy, WrestleMania 2000, WCW vs NWO Revenge. Those classic wrestling games, that classic wrestling formula is back with AEW Fight Forever. In this review, it is mostly going to be done with the Xbox version of the same game, because I bought that on Xbox a day early and that is where I was capturing all of my footage from. But is this like No Mercy? It looks like No Mercy. The momentum meter and the damage meter and the way you build things up in matches and the camera angles all look like No Mercy, right down to the graphics as well. No Mercy vibes all the way, and the fact that this is on Switch blows me away. The fact that this is extremely playable on the Nintendo Switch with minor hiccups, muddy visuals here and there, sure, but I would 100% recommend this game for the Switch. This game is an easy pick up and play, get into matches, have a quick match, have the best time doing it. It is perfect for a Nintendo system. If you played the old wrestling games on the Nintendo 64, this is right at home on a Nintendo system. WWE 2K23 is a safe space in comparison to AEW Fight Forever. Its gruesome, its brutal matches can be intense and chaotic, with so much blood, destruction and weapons at your disposal. Literally, weapons falling from the sky as you start the lights out match, which I do think is the best match type in the game. I have played this more than any other. Sorry, explosive barbed wire match, you are definitely up there as a good time though. With all of the ring ropes being barbed wire and electrified, launching your opponent into the ropes and seeing everything around him or her explode. Thinking, did I just do that? Or if you are me, putting yourself through a barbed wire table. I really don't know how I managed that one. Matches can be over in an instant, only lasting you 2 to 3 minutes when you get in a match. Get a few slaps in, a few kicks in, a few grapple moves, filling up your momentum meter to get your signature move, and then doing a taunt to get your special move, then boom, 1, 2, 3, it's over. And when you have your signature move, you can use it as much as you want, as long as you have it. The finisher, on the other hand though, not so much. Once that's been done, it's gone. Match types. There's 1 versus 1 matches, 2 versus 2, 3-way, 4-way, Royal Rumble, Casino Battle Royale, explosive, barbed wire matches, ladder matches and mini-games. The mini-games suck. I have no idea what on earth they were thinking when they thought these would be fun. They are really not. They're annoying, boring and clunky, and they make absolutely no sense at all being in a wrestling game. I do think there should be more matches to choose from though, and the roster I think is very small in comparison to the likes of WWE games. And also on the actual promotion of AEW, there is a lot more superstars than there is in the game currently. But I do think a lot of these may be added as DLC later, because the developers have confirmed that DLC is coming. So I'm sure a lot of this will be flushed out. We will have more match types, more superstars being added in no time, I'm sure of it. It honestly, as it stands right now, it just feels like there is a lot missing from the get-go, and hopefully a lot more will be added down the road to WrestleMania. I really hope the new updated arenas will be added to the game at some point as well as AEW Collision, with over 50 superstars to choose from currently, and you can create your own superstars as well. Create characters also not so great. It's definitely a big step back from what we have come to expect from Create a Wrestler. Very, very bare bones. Hardly any customization at all compared to the likes of WWE games, and even compared to previous games from THQ, where we've had a lot more flushed out in Create a Superstar. There's just honestly in this presets. with presets to choose from, adjusting height, weight, attire, from tops, bottoms and arms, as well as changing the colours of your attire, adding your own movesets and entrance gear and street gear, and you can't put multiple things on your superstar as well. Create a superstar feels like it's went backwards instead of forwards here. It's very basic stuff for creating your superstar. There is a lot of moves to choose from though, which is very nice to see. And there's a bunch of stuff you can choose from with creating your own entrance as well, from pyros, from the Titantron video, from the gestures that you do going down to the ring, and also pyros as well. In entrances you set off the pyros yourself. You can also create a tag team and create an arena. Unfortunately though, you can't create a championship, which I think would have been great to have. Now, by doing matches in the game, whether it's Road to Elite or just exhibition matches or basically anything, you will be gaining currency, and using that currency you gain from doing matches, you will be able to go over to the AEW shop to purchase a bunch of new moves, poses, entrances, items, and even superstars. Now, Road to Elite. You choose a superstar, be it created or an actual superstar, with 4 actions per night as you take your own star through his journey with AEW, right from his debut in the Royal Rumble, Casino Battle Royale, to winning the AEW Championship. So depending on how the story goes, depending on the match you win or lose, will depend on the path that you take. Also, superstars outside of the shows, they'll come face to face with you during these side quests that you're essentially doing, and they'll sometimes just want to talk to you or challenge you to a match. You go through the weekly schedule, flying to numerous locations for weekly shows like Dynamite, Rampage, Dark, and a pay-per-view. In between shows, you will be working out from light, standard, and intense weightlifting, to eating out, sightseeing, signing autographs, and doing these activities in between shows will gain you morale boosts. All the actions you do will have a positive and a negative effect, and during these segments in between the shows is also where you may get approached by another superstar for a match, or just joining up to talk some smack to you, challenging you to a match, trying to befriend you to see if you want to join up as a group. And in matches you may get injured. You may get injured doing weight training as well, and you will have to visit the hospital for treatment to fully recover. And there is different paths you will be taking in career mode depending on choices you make, or if you win this match or lose that match. It all depends on the path that you may lead down. You can also buy stuff from the store. Also on Road to Elite, there's no voice dialogue at all from superstars. It's all text dialogue. There's no commentary at all during matches, just music as you wrestle. You can also buy morale boosts, and there's a bunch of skills that you can upgrade with your points. Also, these skills are just for created superstars when doing Road to Elite, from stat skills, action skills, and passive skills. Now, the wrestling itself. WWE 2K23 is a full-on wrestling sim, and AEW Fight Forever is a mix between arcade and sim. It's a wrestling game that doesn't take itself too seriously, and in turn, that is what makes this game so much fun to play. There's light attacks, heavy attacks, running, grappling, taunts, turnbuckle attacks, reversals, blocks, signature moves, and finishing moves. And then for the pin with 1, 2, 3. Picking up the formula of this game is pretty instant, to simply just pick up and play and have a good time. And if you do get pinned or locked in a submission, get ready to button bash all the face buttons to attempt to kick out of that pin or submission. All superstars will have their own movesets and style to them, with the interesting system in place for the same moves being performed over and over, raising the chance of successful counters with a very tight window for reversals. And there's also no prompt there like in WWE games when it comes to counters and reversals as well. Reversals are done using the top bumpers of your controller, or if you're on PlayStation, it's L1 and R1. Being how bloody and gruesome the promotion is, as you could expect, there is a lot of weapons to choose from in this game. From chairs, bats, electric bats, tables, fire extinguishers, sledgehammers, thumbtacks. Just look at how brutal this got with the use of thumbtacks. And then just smashing a champagne bottle over my opponent's head and seeing it all shatter there on the spot. So many, oh my god, moments with these matches. As you witness a bloodied and battered opponent, the game has amazing and brutal damage effects. And how they react to certain attacks, like throwing them into the apron, into the barricade or steel steps, watching them slowly start to get exhausted, battered and bruised as you build up momentum with damage effects to body parts. And the damage effects will be shown next to their momentum meter in the corner. It will show what part of the body is damaged. Skating around the arena on a skateboard and pulling off tricks, from Orange Cassidy with his hands in his pockets and still managing to successfully wrestle and win the match, launching your opponent through the barricade, through the Titantron on the stage and seeing it all smash. Or a high flyer launching from inside the ring to diving off a ladder in a ladders match. There is just so much brutality and fun to be had playing this game. Given that this is a wrestling game and over the years, the WWE games have encountered some pretty severe hiccups and glitches, and AEW is somewhat suffering some of that same twist of fate, where attacks won't connect when they should have. Your character will literally go flying across the ring for no apparent reason, and just from time to time, bad collision effects, and other inconsistencies in matches. And there's also challenges, from daily, weekly, normal and secret. From earning so many stars with match ratings, performing so many of these moves, defeating so many superstars, and winning so many matches with this superstar or that superstar, and so on, all will reward you. There is online matches as well with ranked and casual, but for the most part I have just been setting up private matches with me and my friend, beating the living hell out of each other. And on a final note, again, just stay away from the minigames. Stay well and truly clear of the minigames. Don't even look at them, in fact. For the first AEW game of that promotion, I think it's off to a good start, and it'll only get better from here on out. Anyways, guys, I'll see you next time.